So, yeah, I think we should be good to do some port tasks now. I'm gonna have to go all the way to Relica, though. Okay, I finally have everything set up. I just set sail from the Relica dock, and we're heading on over to the Sunset Coast right now, which is the southern part of Varlamore, I suppose. So it's quite a ways away. I imagine we're gonna get a lot of EXP. We'll see how much we get. Okay, so I made it all the way to Sunset Coast and Alderan, actually. I forgot to take a look at the EXP rates, but I was too focused on trying to pick up 4 different tasks, and let me explain real quick. So here at Alderan, we have a quick task just across the water to Sunset Coast, but then we also have another task that's going to go all the way up to Port Piscarilius in Zaya here. I actually TP'd over here, checked the board. So we're going to have to go up here as a pit stop to pick up cargo here, but then all of this routes back to Relica. You can see we have 3 shipments all the way back to Relica. So this should be a lot of EXP for just one big journey. While we are sailing up towards Port Piscalarius, or however you pronounce it, probably just butchered that, and then ultimately Relica, another pit stop we can do is actually Port Roberts. Now, Port Roberts is actually an available teleport on my Sailor's Amulet here, but before I can do that, I need to unlock the teleport. And one moment, I gotta figure out where to unlock the teleport on this little civilization here, I guess. Okay, I believe this is it. Sailor's Marker. Do I just inspect it? Yes, I do. After inspecting the marker, you get the feeling that you could get back here with your Sailor's Amulet. Perfect. So, whether I'm at Relica or I'm at all the way at Sunset Coast or Alderan, I'm going to be checking Port Roberts here to see if there's any good tasks on the notice board. In fact, I'm going to do that right now. Ideally, one on the way to Relica, perhaps. Oh yeah, right here. Perfect. We can go ahead and claim that. Port Roberts to Relica. Okay, picking up cargo from Port Piscalarius, Port Pisc at Zaya. Let's go ahead and track the EXP right now. So our total sailing EXP is 342.4k. And then we are doing 4 different deliveries all the way to Relica. So when we get to Relica, we'll see what total EXP we're at then. Okay, on my path to Relica, just found a random castaway that we're going to be rescuing, I guess. Okay. Maybe we should talk to them, actually. We'll drop her off by a port when we get the chance. Okay, well, it's going to be Relica Port, because I ain't making a stop in between. Oh no, I was not paying attention. We might get murdered here. Jobless Jim? Jobless Jim? Repair the boat? I should probably have some on hand, too. I put all of them in the cargo hold. Oh, I should have charted that, too. Actually, I might have died if I tried to chart that. Okay, I was in a rush to set this boat up. I don't think my armor on the boat or the health is very good, actually, so yeah, we're gonna have to pay a little bit more attention here. We are just moments from arriving on the Relica port here. 342.9k sailing EXP. Let's go ahead and dump all the cargo. Got the crewmates helping me as well. Not close enough. Okay. What do you mean not close enough? We're right there. Okay, there we go. Surely. Alright. Well, we got 620 from the castaway. And what's it looking like? That is 15.1k EXP. Holy. That's pretty good. I've ironed out the strategy that I'm trying to do here, and I've actually swapped boats for a reason as well. I've downgraded from the biggest boat to the mid-sized boat just because it's cheaper to go to the NPC here, the shipwright, and recover my boat. You can see here, Rising Blood, that's my biggest boat. That's the sloop, I think, and it's going to cost me 58k to recover. Whereas the Dragon Claw, which is my mid-sized boat, only cost me 4.3k. Now, currently it is located at Relica. I just did a drop-off for, you can see here in my chat box, the amount of coins I'm getting is actually equivalent to the amount of EXP I'm getting. So I did 4 port tasks, 3.7k, 2k, 7.5k, and 4k. So that was roughly another, I don't know, like 15k probably or so, maybe even more than that. But the goal here is to bring my ship or my boat over to Alderaan here. And then I already went to various other ports. I went to the Alderaan port here. I went to the Relica port. And I even went to the Port Roberts port. And I have 4 tasks ready to go. I'm going to sail from Alderaan all the way back to Relica, rinse and repeat. Now along the way, I'm also going to make pit stops at Port Roberts because I have some cargo to pick up over there as well. And actually, I think, if I'm not mistaken, we also have some cargo to pick up just across the water here at Sunset Coast. This is a pretty weird spot because this port right here that we just departed from is the Alderaan port, but then right across, like literally, you can see one port to another. This is Sunset Coast. And Sunset Coast doesn't have a notice board. So I think sometimes you get Sunset Coast tasks from Alderaan. We just hit level 66 sailing, which means we can upgrade from the mithril keel to the adamant keel. This is going to give us a little bit more boat health and armor. And most importantly, it's going to allow us to traverse crystal flecked waters. So I'm going to go ahead and build that. And what crystal flecked waters is, well, recently one of our levels, it might have been 66 as well, or maybe 65, I'm not sure. But we just unlocked Port Tyrus, which is right here. This is where Zulrah is. And you can see this light blue shade of water. I believe that's going to be the crystal flecked waters. So in order for us to use that port, we're definitely going to have to upgrade to the adamant keel. Back at Alderaan, I'm going to reclaim or recover my boat again. And like I said before, it does cost me 4.3k GP, but I'm actually making GP because this long trek with all these cargo, all these tasks, port tasks to do, we are making a little bit of GP. I mean, all in all, it's like not really that much of a difference though, you know, at this point in time, you know, with 30 mil in our inventory, like what's 10k, 20k gonna make, you know, but I guess it does add up. Off a delivery to Port Tyrus here, we just hit level 67, and what that means is, oh, actually there's no ship right here. Well, scratch that. What I was gonna say and what I was gonna do was to make the camphor hull, which requires 10 hull parts, 300 addy nails, 20 swamp tar, and 5 lead bars. I have everything I need in my inventory. And while there is oh, that's the salvaging station. Okay. We need to go to a port with a shipwright. Maybe Port Roberts has one. That's where I'm heading to next. I am in the middle of a delivery here all the way to Port Relica, but obviously I'm going to be making little pit stops along the way. But yeah, we'll just check back in when we're at a port where there's a shipwright. Alright, I made it to a shipwright. Let's upgrade the hull. We can now have a camphor hull, and that's actually going to speed up our boat a little bit on top of just being a little bit tankier with the hit points as well. So nice little upgrade there. And then it's going to be a while until we hit the next tier of things. It's going to be the ironwood hull that's next. Yeah, that's correct. Ironwood hull, and that's going to require some new bars and ironwood. That's from a new tree we don't have that unlocked yet, so we'll worry about that when we get there.